this is all students on the, so now it's just a recording from the module leader about the POE, but I'm assuming that most of you, because I looked at the submissions and no one's really submitted yet. So with this POE, you'll see I also put in the YouTube links to each part. So it's broken up into small chunks, not one long video. And she then goes through part one in small chunks, etc. So look, we still have quite a bit of time. We still only have one more session. Last session coming up. So my thinking for today was really just to, because like I said, many of you haven't submitted yet. So I'm assuming you're either just catching up. I'm hoping you're not confused and clueless. And if you are, then I thought let's use this time to address that, any cluelessness about anything. I mean, I just don't feel like I must talk about the POE now if you're still busy with task 2. Although the POE is quite the chunk. I think it's probably your most significant assessment. Task 1 and task 2 were a breeze, I think, compared to this. Not hard, more work. I think it's really lovely. It's a nice assessment, but there is some work for you. So, but you can weigh in and let me know if you want to look at the POE now. Like I said, we have another session and it's due like a month from now. And so what I thought is let's do task 2 today. I've already put up the recordings on let me sit learn on Arc. Just bring that up. And I was waiting to talk to you and then to tell you so that you know where it is. So I have put those slides and the recording in this folder. I'm just going to unhide them now, but they are all there. The links to the recordings are there. I didn't put them under my YouTube playlist. They are here all together under the POE folder. And they are all now visible to you. So my thinking was exactly that. It's just any questions about task 2, finish up task 2, get it in. If you are stuck, not the day before, I'm not going to answer you, I'm not going to help you. Don't say, I did ask my lecturer and he didn't get back to me. But I am available. I mean, like I said, not the 22nd or the 21st. Please don't ask me like a big question then. But anytime before then, you can drop me an email if you have an urgent question. If I don't respond immediately, resend the email. I mean, I won't be mad that you're resending it. Don't put any angry like in there. I'm sending this again. Say the drama. Just just it's urgent. Please have a look. So I am available for that. But if there are any questions now, I'm going to open the floor to any questions about task 2. Like I said, I've gone over this a few times now. I've read through it word for word, I think, on a few recordings. So I'm going to open up the floor to you while I pull up that task 2 assessment. Anybody? Everybody happy? You must tell me something why I can't move on. If you sit quiet, I'm not going to just assume that that means it's cool. So either a thumbs up or something. Hello, Svane. Something in the chat. Tell me where you're at.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you.
I'm
I don't know if
sorry
you...
I'm late today.
No worries. I don't know if you caught all that. I just said I'm so tired of, basically said, tired of talking about task 2. But if there are any questions, that's all I was going
Yes.
to do today. And then, because that's the thing that's due now. And then for the, like I said, hey, Nkosi. So I'll recap for both of you. I'm really just opening up to questions about task 2. I did think about going over the POE, but I see many of you have not submitted this yet. So there's no point in going on to the next thing until this is done. There are recordings that I showed now that are available on the POE tab. On
Are you going to
on
give
R.
us a template for the POE?
No, you won't need it for this. I'm gonna give you one just important not even a tip. It's not a tip. Just one thing to note now. So like I said, all the recordings are available here. You'll see them all available here. Okay. That talk through the POE with the PowerPoints, etc. But then we have, like I said earlier on, we still have about more than a month before you have to submit, or under a month, 13 November. No, it says work due on the 13th. Okay. So, is there anybody with anything around top? I mean, I think it's so straightforward, and I mean, there are enough recordings. I think I've given you that assignment already. So I am not going to volunteer any information. I'm telling you now.
Ah,
Um, I've already told you a lot about that assignment, task two.
I just need to ask one question, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The question that I have is, you see the template that you gave us that we need to follow, it states that I need to write the thesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in my thesis, do I also have to dwell
Not
so much?
not write a thesis, eh? Like a thesis statement, which is kind of telling what the work is about. So I plan
I
to
don't have
achieve
to divulge much on what I'm going to write, right?
the thesis statement. No, it's like an overview, like a hypothesis kind of statement. That's kind of the
Okay.
idea. Yeah, a thesis statement, only 8 marks.
Okay. That's
Um,
perfect.
mhm,
Okay. The other thing is you have stated that we need to write 5 paragraphs, which I
mhm.
did. And then the last, I think why I'm asking is because my words are too much. So I'm thinking maybe I've put too much information or what, I don't know. But the last paragraph, is it supposed to be the one whereby we talk about the roles of the teacher and how this whole thing can affect the role of the teacher, and then a conclusion or what?
Where now? This part over here.
The last part.
This, yeah. You mean this on the screen? Can you see my screen?
Let me see. Yes, you see that part that you said 8 marks. Do I have to write my conclusion after that, or I can conclude in that paragraph?
Mm, well, that's still discussing something else.
Okay, so that
So
means still I need to have a
yeah,
conclusion at the end.
but I guess the
Okay,
the big
perfect.
question I want to confirm, hold on before you go. The big question I want to confirm is, although it says it must be a formal essay, um, mm, yeah. See, there's no, and this is what I was going to talk about now. It's a good segue. Um, so there's no real mark here for having a conclusion.
Okay.
Okay, so there is something around formatting and layout, so you'd have to have a conclusion, but it could be a very, but I don't want to say shallow in terms of what you're saying, but in terms of word count, I wouldn't make it count too much if word count is your issue, because it isn't actually for marks that you're writing it. You're just writing it for academic soundness that you round it off with an essay. I mean, with a conclusion. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I
So like one,
understand.
I'm saying one like statement in this, in conclusion, I find in this, one of those sentences. Don't put too much energy into it.
Okay,
Okay, so that's actually a
perfect.
great segue into. Oh, the only thing I'm gonna tell you about the POE now, when you read through it, when you get there, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing now, but exactly because of your question around essay, when you do start reading through your POE, I'm saying this so that you have less stress, not more stress, please. Um, you'll see the same thing that Antoine is asking now about the essay and the structure. It asks you throughout to write. Let me start at the top. Sorry, part one. I'm not going to read it all now. So again, asks you to write an argumentative essay. Cool. It even gives you guidelines on the argumentative essay, what the outline should look like, and there is a mark allocation for that essay structure. Cool. So you should follow that structure. The following questions, question 2 and 3, asks you to write an academic essay. However, I am saying don't take this too seriously. Not say, I mean, yeah, don't take this exactly what I just answered you now, Asfana, about putting your conclusion. Yeah, I don't think I would even care about a conclusion. Okay.
Okay.
Because of the types of questions, it shouldn't have asked you for an essay. Um, let to find out where it says writing an essay. Sorry, I'm scrolling backwards. Sorry. Oh, goodness. It's just at the bottom. I'm sure it said I saw it twice, not just once. Mm, yeah, yeah, in your essay, but somewhere else. Okay. Well, it says it somewhere else also about essay. I'm convinced. I know because someone asked me this question, and I had to say exactly what I'm telling you, which is there is no mark allocation for essay or structure if you look at the rubric. Okay. So same thing for question number 2. Not to bother. I mean, write an essay-ish. Um, yeah, use subheadings, little paragraphs. But that's about it. Basically, don't be worried about structure too much. Just don't write too many words. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, everybody. I don't want to make a half an hour recording and then there's like nothing for people to listen to. Um, is there anything from your side at all? I'm not rushing you off, but are you okay with task 2? Like I said, there are several recordings, and I do think it's quite straightforward. There's even a structure and a template for you to use. Not much more I can do for you there. Can I get a thumbs up? Is it happiness? Are we good?
I'm all
Yeah,
good, thank you.
Happiness, we
cool.
good.
Okay, cool, everybody. Okay, let me not keep you for any longer. Thank you. I'll say goodbye to you next week. I won't say goodbye now. So please pop by. We'll do a last session on the POE just before for any final questions. Yeah. And if there's anything else, obviously, any other, I did ask you about the ICE tasks, if there are any queries there. And so I think very similarly, there'll probably be time then to chat about task 2. Cool. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. All the best and talk soon.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your evening. Bye.
You too.